Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are unlocking something truly mind-bending, Tesla's key to universal manifestation. It's a completely fascinating topic because it bridges the brilliant mind of one of history's greatest inventors directly with modern mindset practices. We're going to be diving deep into what's known as the 369 method. Basically, it's a technique designed to help you attract exactly what you want in life by using the sheer power of intention, focused repetition, and a very specific numerical sequence.
To really get why this matters, you have to hear this grand, almost mystical premise from the Serbian-American inventor himself, Nikola Tesla. He was famously quoted as saying, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe." I mean, wow, right? Tesla was literally obsessed with these numbers, and he deeply believed they represented these profound, underlying universal patterns. Okay, let's dive into this and map out the journey we're taking today. First, we'll explore the key to the universe. Second, the core 369 method. Third, popular technique variations. Fourth, the science and spirit. And fifth, tips for manifestation success. Let's get started.
Section 1. The key to the universe. Decoding the magnificence of the numbers.
So Tesla actually had this theory rooted in vortex mathematics. He noticed that when you study circles, which are 360 degrees, and hey, 3 plus 6 equals 9, no matter how many times you divide them, the outcome always reduces down to a 3, a 6, or a 9. Because of this, in the manifestation community, these specific digits hold immense power. The 3 represents creation, expression, and a direct link to the divine. The 6 stands for balance, harmony, and that inner strength we all possess. And the 9? That symbolizes completion, profound wisdom, and releasing negativity. Put them together, and it's basically treated as a master activation code.
Which actually brings us to another absolutely brilliant insight from Tesla. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. These 3 crucial ingredients, energy, frequency, and vibration, are the exact building blocks we're going to use as we transition into the actual practical manifestation steps.
Section 2. The Core 369 Method. A step-by-step practical guide.
So this specific routine was popularized by a lightworker named Corinne Yee. She cleverly combined Tesla's mathematical philosophy with the manifestation teachings of Abraham Hicks. But before you even pick up a pen, you need a manifestation statement that takes exactly 17 seconds to read. Now, what's really interesting about this number is that according to those teachings, 17 seconds is exactly how long it takes for the brain to create the energy of the thought you're focusing on. If you focus on a thought of love or maybe success for 17 seconds, your brain actively starts to create more of that specific energy.
Here's a really perfect example of what a 17-second affirmation looks like in practice. I am so thankful for the universe aligning with me to attract 10,000 pounds into my bank account, bringing financial freedom, joy, and excitement into my life. You'll notice 2 absolutely crucial things here. First, it's written in the present tense, like it's already happening right now. But more importantly, it uses heavy kinesthetic emotion. Notice how words like freedom, joy, and excitement make you physically feel something in your body as you read them. That palpable emotion is the absolute engine of this entire practice.
Okay, so once you have your perfect 17-second affirmation, you follow a very specific daily journaling rhythm. Step 1. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you write it down 3 times. This sets your clear intention to the universe right off the bat. Step 2. In the afternoon, maybe on your lunch break, you write it 6 times. This intentionally amplifies that energy. And finally, step 3. Right before bed, you write it 9 times. This essentially sets your manifestation in stone as you drift off to sleep.
And you repeat this dynamic rhythm for a set duration. Some people choose 21, 45, or even 69 days, but 33 days is by far the most popular commitment. And there's a fun little mathematical nod to Tesla in there too, because 3 times 3 equals 9, and 3 plus 3 equals 6.
Moving on to Section 3, Popular Technique Variations. Customizing the practice to fit your life.
Because this method has become so incredibly widespread, people have naturally started to adapt it based on the source material. Interpretation 1 is the classic method we just talked about, relying entirely on journaling your single affirmation 3, 6, and 9 times a day. But Interpretation 2 is a totally different approach that uses your phone instead. You choose 3 separate desires, set 6 daily alarms, and then mentally repeat each desire 9 times whenever those alarms go off. While they definitely function differently, they're both incredibly structured ways to force your mind to consistently focus on your goals all day long.
And you can totally tailor this to whatever your personal strengths are. If you're a highly visual person,
Add 30 to 60 seconds of deep visualization where you physically feel that end result while you practice. If you love to write, try the scripting variation, where you write full, detailed paragraphs instead of just short sentences. If you hate writing, or maybe you're always commuting, use the voice method and just speak your affirmations out loud. And finally, the gratitude combo has you list 3 things you're currently grateful for after every single session, which intentionally keeps your brain locked into an abundance mindset.
Section 4, the science and spirit. Why does this actually work?
So, the crucial point is that practitioners usually view this success through 2 parallel lenses, and we're going to break them both down impartially. Spiritually speaking, it's all about divine timing, utilizing the law of attraction to pull energy toward you, and receiving guidance from angels or spirit teams who use 3, 6, and 9 as a sign of cosmic alignment. But if you look at it psychologically, this exact same practice is viewed as setting crystal clear intentions, actively reprogramming your brain's pathways through positive self-talk, and using focused daily repetition to actually spur real-world action.
Let's actually look a bit closer at that psychological lens for a second. Specifically, the reticular activating system, or RAS. You can think of this as the ultimate neurological brain hack. The RAS is literally the filter in your brain that decides what incoming information is important. When you write something down 18 times a day, you are highly engaging that system. By constantly reminding your brain of your aspirations, you literally train it to suddenly spot opportunities, clients, or pathways that you would have otherwise completely ignored just because they didn't seem relevant before.
Of course, psychological research also provides a very necessary reality check here. The pros are incredibly real. The practice fosters a deeply positive mindset, it builds immense self-efficacy, meaning you truly believe in your own capacity to succeed, and it channels your efforts toward a very clear goal. But experts do warn of the cons. There's a dangerous risk of what's called magical thinking, where you expect your writing alone to grant wishes without actually doing the hard work. Studies suggest that those with a strong belief in pure manifestation without action can sometimes be drawn into riskier investments or face financial trouble, simply because they expect an unlikely level of success way too quickly. So balance and action are absolutely key.
Section 5. Tips for Manifestation Success. Maximizing your 33-day journey.
If you're ready to grab a journal and start today, here is how you maximize your results. First, be extremely specific. Vague desires yield vague results. Second, always use the present tense. Saying I am works infinitely better than I will, because I will implies you don't actually have it yet. Third, force a smile while you write. I know, it might feel a little silly, but it physically tricks your brain into lowering stress and feeling the emotion. And remember, emotion is the real feel here. Fourth, detach from the how and when. Don't obsess over the process, just focus on the end result. And lastly, stay consistent. Most people abandon this after 7 to 10 days. You've got to stick to the daily rhythm.
Well, we've covered the magnificent numbers, the daily writing rhythm, the brain science, and the spiritual alignment. The only thing left is for you to put Tesla's universal key to the test for yourself. So we leave you with this question. What do you intend to manifest over the next 33 days? Grab a pen, figure out your 17-second affirmation, and start writing. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and we'll see you next time.